we are going to walk through Kajabi math because if you don't already know that Kajabi is the best souped up, beautiful Mercedes you can get, or any other vehicle that is your dream car, for the price of a stripped down Honda Civic, I'm going to walk you through it right here, right now. I'm Tamsen Horton, and Kajabi is one of my favorite things to talk about because it is the best tool as a business owner that you can use to run your business, either online or offline. So let's get started. First off, as we're going through this, it's really important that you use your numbers. So this is definitely going to require you to write things down and make calculations. Don't worry, they're super simple. As we go through, you'll see that I use the money symbol. Now, this is the actual cost of the tool, the service, the thing. So, for instance, if you have to buy a domain from GoDaddy, that is the price of that domain, plus the privacy protection and whatever else you add to it. Then you'll see that I'm going to highlight time. Time is so overlooked and is what is honestly hurting so many of you when you're trying to run your business because you're not taking it into account. So what I want you to do is first and foremost, pick your hourly rate. What is it? And I want you to lowball this, all right? So you can use something, as low as $10. You could do $20. Lowball your hourly rate. I'm not putting in my lawyer hourly rate. I'm not putting in my strategist hourly rate. This is lowballing because you're going to see the numbers add up, and I don't want you to overinflate it at all. Then, so you're going to give yourself this rate, and then you're going to do the actual time. So, for instance, if you need to build a landing page using the tool that you're currently using, so I had Leadpages before I had Kajabi, it might take me 2 to 3 hours to build the Leadpages. So we'll do 2 hours and we'll do the $10 an hour. So that one page is $20, okay? You're going to add up your time, how much time you're spending on things. The final piece that you'll see me using is the people icon, because more often than not, when we are outside of Kajabi, we are using digital duct tape and we're having to piece together, string together all kinds of tools. Well, we don't have time to learn all those tools. We might get one tool and it doesn't get along well with the other tool we already had. So we have to hire people to help us. So here, this is where you're running into the money required to have the person help you, the time, vetting the people, hiring them, having calls, doing whatever. So here, what is your total number when you're having to do this? So these are the icons we're going to use, and that is what they mean. So let's get started. And here you are in the center of your business, right here. So let's walk through what Kajabi can do. So it can be your site, it can be your blog, it can deliver your content, it can deliver your emails, it can run assessments, it can now do automations. So we're going to work through each of those pieces because you have to buy them. When you're running a business, you have to buy them. So first and foremost, we have our websites. We have to have a site, and to do the site, first we need our name, which is a domain. So you have money, time, and people. Kajabi allows you to have a custom domain. It's a very easy process to set up. So if you decide, yes, I want to put my website on Kajabi, you absolutely can. You also can do your website in a number of different ways. You don't have to. You can keep your WordPress. You could use Kajabi just for your content. But your domain, you need the name, and then you need to hook it up. So that you're going to have regardless whether you have Kajabi or something else. But what you won't have is hosting. So hosting, what are you paying for it? How much time are you spending on the maintenance part of it? And are you using people to run anything behind the scenes? I had Bluehost before coming to Kajabi. I canceled it because I don't need it. Kajabi covers the hosting fee. So whatever you're paying per year for your hosting, it is included in the price of Kajabi. Then you need a way, because you're going to want to sell things, you need this little thing called an Ssl Certificate. It means you are compliant with banking and financial laws on the internet. So this is how you see the HTTPS right here, okay? That piece right there is our Ssl certificate. It's included. You don't need to buy it separately. It doesn't come as a separate add-on when you're on Kajabi. So you have your site, you have the, we'll call it custom, okay? Customizing your site. Kajabi is beautiful. It is consistent in terms of its screens as it goes. So you don't need a separate designer anymore. It is a matter of knowing what images you need, what sizes you need them to be in. I use a program called Canva. I make the image, I put it on the site. I am done, okay? Now, you can do custom designs. You may hire someone to code, but I really don't. It's not necessary for probably 80 to 90% of us. What you can do with the customizing really is quite beautiful. And there are many different templates to choose from. And by the time you change your colors and your fonts and your images themselves, it doesn't look like everybody else's site. It really doesn't. So there's your site piece. Now, once you have your site and it's up, you want to be getting people into what I call your communication pathways, meaning you can contact them via email, via messenger, via products. There's different ways inside Kajabi, but you need a way to communicate. Okay, most often done through email, meaning you need to buy MailChimp or Aweber or Drip or ActiveCampaign. So for your communication piece, what are you paying? How much time are you spending hooking it up? Maintenance, all of that goes into your time. And then people, okay? So here, this is so that we can send email out, which means that we have a way of collecting the information, which means we're going to use common language. You have a landing page and an opt-in form. So over here, to be able to send your email, you have to collect the information, you have to store it in your system, and then you are going to pull it out and send it. So money for the tool, time, and help if you are using any help to make that whole process happen. So landing pages, if you're not familiar with that term, that is a page that I land on. If I type in a URL, if I click on a Facebook ad, if I click on an Instagram thing, it's sending me to a specific URL that has the functionality of getting my name and my email at a very basic level. So the services that can provide this, I'm sure there's numerous ones. Leadpages is what I used prior to going into Kajabi. For me, it was around $500 a year, so $60 or so a month. And I was able to cancel it because Kajabi has landing pages built in. Over here, I had ConvertKit. I canceled ConvertKit when Kajabi email was available. Now, with the new release of automations from Kajabi, email is fantastic inside Kajabi. So I was able, as I said, canceled ConvertKit here, canceled Leadpages here. So as you can probably see, the dollar signs are starting to tick up, they add up quickly. So here you have to have a way to have a landing page. So again, you need to purchase, you have time, and you have people. I will say that for this one, I know the time killed me. The time absolutely killed me because trying to hook things up and make sure they went to the right spot and then make sure they talked to WordPress and made sure they talked to the different pieces, I was wasting so much time. Kajabi, they're all under one roof. You're bringing that time factor way the heck down. You also need opt-in forms, okay? Forms just are data cells. They're collecting info. You can use it in different ways. You can manipulate it to make it do what you need it to do inside your business. These two will usually come together because they need each other. It's like chocolate and peanut butter or peanut butter and jelly. They totally need each other. So that's another piece that you need to look at. What are you paying, or what would you pay if you went and purchased a landing page service? And you want to make sure that the landing page is talking to all the pieces, because that's the initial point of entry, and to be able to segment people and see what they're reading and see what they're clicking on and see what they're doing so that you can really create an incredible experience for them, that is important. Now, once they're in your system, you want to let them know that you're a business and you have things for sale. So here, we're going to talk about content. Now, you need a way, when we're dealing with content, to provide login, usernames, and passwords. This is not, you're not running a business that's just going to send links to Dropbox files or Evernote files. That's fine when you are starting, maybe with just your initial very close family friends or very close business colleagues, but your content is what you want to scale. It's what you want to send out into the world, whether you're doing it for a coaching program, a licensing program, for a standalone course, for membership, whatever it is, you need a space to hold all these videos and audios and PDFs and workbooks and recordings of Zoom calls and all that kind of stuff. So your content, and I'm going to put username, password, right here. You need that. And you also want to be able to do things like upsell them and add to different pieces. So you have your content, but you're going to have a way here to take money. All right. So this one, it's going to tie right in here to that SSL. You're also going to need a shopping cart. So when I was on WordPress, I tried multiple times to get WooCommerce to work. Never worked the way I wanted it to. I tried a couple other shopping carts. I don't remember the names of them, but again, they were plugins. And when you're building this, you're paying for the tools. You don't want to build your business on free tools because they're going to slow you down big time. You can use a free tool like Trello or maybe a calendar scheduling thing as you're getting started, but you're not going to build your mainframe business on free tools because there is a catch somewhere. For those of you that don't know this about me, I'm a lawyer, and so there's all kinds of things behind the scenes that I would gladly tell you, and you won't build your business on a mainframe, your main stuff on free tools, because it, like I said, it'll slow you down or it will just downright stop you. So here you need a shopping cart. And Kajabi has PayPal and Stripe are simple integrations. Though what you're going to pay for transaction fees are exactly the same no matter where you go. So you don't have to buy an extra plug-in for the shopping cart, but if Stripe or PayPal, whatever they are, between 2 and 5, 3.5%, 5% now, those are going to come out as normal. But they're so easy to integrate. Like Kajabi just keeps you nicely inside and then you just click. So it's super, super, super easy. So you have your shopping cart. Your shopping cart here is, you're going to provide offers. You're going to say, hey, here's this page, here's the offer, here's the price, here's testimonials, here's whatever. It's not separate. It's all together, meaning it's all talking to each other nicely. So these are the key pieces when you are running a business. So putting in your numbers, sorry, I forgot my little pieces here. So the money for our cart, the time to hook it up, and if you need to pay someone to do that. This is Kajabi math. This is comparing apples to apples. What do you need to run your site outside of Kajabi? Here's all the pieces. And you can add in some other, what I'll call secondary pieces. These are the core ones. All we have to do is deal with the core ones. And running your business inside Kajabi, which is, it's all in there. So let me show you why I say that Kajabi doing all of this, doing it beautifully, is a souped up Mercedes or BMW or Tesla, whatever your car is, just insert that in there, for the price of a stripped down, very basic sedan. I refer to it as the Honda Civic because you can really get a very, very 4 wheels and a motor there. Okay, so all of those pieces, they require us to work on our business, to work in our business, especially as you're starting. You're not necessarily going to have a team of people. And I want you to think about how many hours did you work last month? Okay, this is where you have to do the math. So here is our money, our time, and our people. Now, Kajabi at basic, so that we have our numbers, if you pay for Kajabi in one lump payment, it is the average equivalent of $103 per month. So every single tool that is required to build your website, if you are over $103 per month, you're paying too much. You're at a strip, like you're totally missing out. If you don't pay it in one lump sum and you do it monthly, it's $129 a month. So if you add up all your tools, your time, your money, your people, and you are over $129, you are paying more money and not getting what I call the best tool you can have in your business. So money-wise, let's say we pay ourselves $10 an hour for the whole month. We only worked 10 hours. $10 per hour, and we're using the same thing for there. This needs to go down here, right here. So in a month, let's say we worked 20 hours. So we're at $200. We are over 103. We are over 129. So you have $80 you've overspent. You've totally overspent because I guarantee you're all working 20 hours a month, like on your business somewhere. Over the course of the month, you're going to hit 20 hours. You're valuing your time at $10 an hour. That right there, you've covered the cost of Kajabi. You haven't had to use digital duct tape. You haven't had to go find all these plugins. You haven't had to hook up everything. All you did is said, you know what? I want easy. I want simple. I want the souped up Mercedes for the stripped down Honda price. And you clicked to try it. Like, it's so, to me, it's such a no-brainer, and it makes me sad when I hear people saying, oh, I could never use Kajabi. It's so expensive. No, like, just address your time, because, for instance, when I made the switch and I did the calculations, my time decreased 80%. The time on setting things up, the time on hooking them up, right there, it covered just on giving my time back. Now, I could still do things, but I could do things that made money. I didn't have to do silly things like, oh, does this plugin play over here? And did I hook it up? And did it go? Nah. So this is Kajabi math. This is why I say, go get your souped up Mercedes for the price of a stripped down Honda. If you have any questions, ask me. I will gladly tell you. I am the mother of two. Yes, we have a family budget. I understand numbers, and I would be remiss in not telling you this is the best possible way. If the only objection you have is money, if you are spending more than $103 a month and you can pay in one lump sum, you're in the wrong spot. If you are spending over $129 running your business each month, you are in the wrong spot. So that's what I have for you. I hope you liked it. I hope it made sense. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.